3 weeks ago, I learned the truth about my marriage in the most painful way imaginable. I work in construction management, long hours, early mornings, and usually I don't get home until after 7 p.m. My wife, Emily, works remotely in marketing. She's always been the one at home, handling school pickups, dinner, errands, all of it. We've been married for 6 years. We have a 5-year-old son. I always thought we were doing all right. Nothing extraordinary, but solid. Comfortable, familiar. I thought that was enough. One Friday, I got lucky. We wrapped a project early and the site supervisor told me to head home around noon. I figured I'd stop by the shop, grab her favorite pastries, and surprise her with a lunch date. Something spontaneous, something sweet. It was raining. I remember that clearly because I had to park further down the road. A plumbing van was blocking our driveway. Strange, since we weren't having any work done. I figured maybe a neighbor had called someone and they were just using our spot. I let myself in through the front door. It was unlocked. Immediately, I noticed how quiet the house was. Our son was at school until 3, so I expected peace. But something felt still, too still. I called out, "Em, I brought you something." No response. Then I heard voices, faint, from upstairs. I figured maybe she was on a Zoom call, but as I started up the stairs, I caught something that made me stop cold. Laughter. A man's voice. Hers too. I felt my chest tighten, but I kept going. The bedroom door was nearly closed, just slightly ajar. The voices were clearer now, and they weren't talking. Not anymore. I didn't want to see. I really didn't. But something in me needed to know. I took out my phone. Hands shaking, I tapped open the camera and pushed the door open slowly, silently, just enough to get a view through the gap. And there they were, my wife and some man, half naked, on the bed we bought together last year. I froze. I couldn't look away. I recorded it, not out of some sick obsession. I wasn't even thinking clearly. It was automatic. Like I knew I needed proof that this wasn't just a nightmare I'd wake up from. I pulled away from the door. I didn't storm in. I didn't scream. I walked back downstairs like a ghost. I sat on the couch for a while, just staring at the rain tapping on the window. I could still hear them upstairs. I could still hear her. Eventually, I heard the guy say something like, "I should get going." I watched him walk down the stairs, casually, wearing work boots, and when he opened the door, I saw it. The same plumbing van. He didn't even look at me, just left. Emily came down a few minutes later in a robe, pretending to be surprised. "You're home early?" she asked, smiling, holding her phone like she'd just come off a call. I didn't confront her, not right away. I told her I felt sick and just needed to lie down. I spent the rest of the day pretending like I was fine, but inside I was unraveling. She acted completely normal, like nothing happened, like she wasn't just upstairs with another man in our house. That night I couldn't sleep. I watched the video over and over, not because I wanted to, I hated it. But it was like my brain needed to feel it again to believe it. Like maybe if I saw it enough, it would stop hurting. I didn't eat the next day. I barely spoke. She asked me a few times what was wrong. I said I wasn't feeling well, but really I was planning what to do, whether to confront her, whether to tell her I knew. I couldn't decide, so I waited. I checked her phone when she was in the shower. Nothing. No messages. No call logs. Either she deleted everything or they only talked in person. I even checked her calendar, and that's when I saw something that made my stomach turn. She had an appointment scheduled for Monday morning. Drain check, 10:30 a.m. Same guy, same cover. I took the day off work without telling her, pretended I had a big meeting downtown. I left early, came back 15 minutes before 10:30, and parked down the block. I watched from inside my car. Sure enough, he showed up right on time. Same van. Walked right into the house with a smirk. I waited. 15 minutes. 20. Then I walked home. This time, I didn't go through the front. I used the side gate and came in through the back door. The living room was empty, but there were 2 coffee cups on the table. One had lipstick, one didn't. I went upstairs again. Door open this time. They were on the bed. Not like before, fully clothed, but sitting way too close, whispering, laughing. And when she saw me, her face went white. I didn't yell. I didn't throw anything. I just looked at her and said, "How long?" She tried to talk. He stood up, confused, trying to act like this was all a misunderstanding. I told him to get out. He tried to argue. I didn't let him. I walked over, handed him the phone with the video queued up, and said, "You need to leave. Now." He left without another word. Emily sat there crying, said it was a mistake, said it just happened, that it wasn't serious, that it was about attention, that I hadn't been emotionally available, the usual lines. I didn't argue. I just told her I'd seen enough and needed space. I stayed at my brother's house that night, told him everything. He said what everyone says, divorce her. But it's not that simple when you have a kid, a mortgage, a whole life wrapped around a lie. Over the next few days, we barely spoke. She sent me long texts apologizing, asking to talk, saying she'd do anything to fix it. When I came home for a night to see my son, she tried to talk. I told her I wasn't ready, that I needed time. She asked if I was going to leave. I said I didn't know. The worst part, I've watched the video again, even after all this. Not because I want to, because I feel like I need to remind myself that it happened, that I'm not crazy. I've started seeing a therapist. I haven't told her that yet. I've also started checking in with a lawyer, quietly. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I know this. I'll never see her the same way again. I don't know if I can trust her. I don't know if I want to. And I still don't understand how someone can fake love that well. How she could smile at me like nothing was wrong. How she could lie so easily. Maybe one day I'll forgive, but not today. Not yet.